Welcome to another episode of Stocks to Buy or Buy every Wednesday here on this channel. And without further ado, let's roll the intro. So I think that it's important for you this week to talk about the following stock. First, we talk about Snapchat, an unbelievable earnings beat, okay? Then we will move on to Amazon because just in the next couple of days, we will know how much Amazon could do their revenue. And then we will dive into a company that did the digitalization quite well. Microsoft also reporting earnings this week. Finally, I want to talk about two more stocks, which are Kodak, the big surprise stock that absolutely skyrocketed and then fall, and then also Penn Gaming, which is an interesting play here on the future of sport betting, casinos, and so on, with a big social media star that came on board as well. So fully packed, let's roll. Okay, if its stock makes 22% just after earnings, be sure in the future that we will cover this stock in our Stocks to Buy or Buy. After you smash that like button if you like, let's dive into those earnings because those earnings were absolutely spectacular. And I'll give you a small hint here, specifically when a company is so close to make loss or profit, it's always an opportunity to be right, to turn the tide and go profit. This is what I want to tell you. So let's have a look. So adjusted earnings per share was 1 cent versus expected of 5 cent loss, okay? This means that the overall Wall Street thought that Snap will be not profitable, and then it actually showed a profit on their papers, guys. This was amazing. This was one of the biggest reasons why the stock soared up 22% after hours, and the revenue obviously was much bigger than expected, with 679 million versus 555 million expected. And this is the important one as well, daily active users, a very important metric, as well as the other one which we will talk about in a second. So 249 million versus 244, plus the average revenue per user is a very important metric where they can compare the revenue between the social media giants like Facebook and Snapchat. And this is 2.73 versus 2.27 expected. So as you can see, beat on every metric here. And let's have a look into the chart. And this chart looks to me like a SpaceX rocket increase, okay? So they were pretty much flat for the summer, and then they took out, even in the September months, which was not so good of a month for the overall stock market. The stock could gain quite nicely over the last couple of months, and 19th of October we closed at $28, and then came the earnings and shoot the stock up at 43. Now the question is the following. Okay, so with that said and done, and 30% increase, because not only after the earnings the stock went up 22%, but also the day after it went up 10%. So in total we up 32% in just a matter of 2 days. So this gets a little bit overbought from my personal opinion. Plus, I feel that Snapchat doesn't have so much of a moat that I would say, wow, they are so innovative right now at this moment with this and this product. I mean, they were hugely innovative with all the filters that they have done with AR, with the camera app and the disappearing photos. And I read the book, and the book is amazing, guys. How to turn down $1 billion. If you want to read something about this company, make sure to do this to understand the whole story. Very great founder. So long term, I just don't see as of now, how they can go to a multi-billion dollar company in revenues, while, you know, you have Facebook that, you know, just buying more and more social medias out there and owning this social media castle, right? So in this perspective, for my personal opinion, and through this overbought situation as of this moment, I would rather say bye for now. So Amazon is quite surprisingly doing very well, okay? I mean, you know, I think I ordered like 5 packages of Amazon just this week. And I think that with all of this, what happened, it's just so unbelievable, simple and true and straightforward that this company will be so successful. Let's look into those stock charts, okay? As you can see, the stock had its all-time high on the 1st of September, and then the bad months of September started and we lost about 14, 15, 16% from this high. And you know, if you are looking into this chart right now, you see that we are going back into it. It seems like we found a kind of supporting level at $3,200, and this support was, you know, somehow also here back in the beginning of October quietly established. And I think that the market cap of $1.6 trillion is absolutely ridiculous. But for a company that it's having its best time of the whole history of the company, I think it's just unbelievable, guys, okay? Think about it like an extra steroid shot for this stock to have and be in this home economy that we develop with this consumer change, and finally going into a crazy holiday season. Thanksgiving is coming up. We are having Christmas, right? We're having so many interesting shopping days in the next couple of weeks, and I think that this will be a best quarter of Amazon that they ever have done. Not only Q3, but absolutely Q4 as well. And this is a stock, guys, not only that I want to buy now or just because of the last couple of weeks of development, it's just a stock that you can always buy and never be wrong. And therefore, Amazon stock, definitely a big buy. Alright, the next stock is Microsoft. And Microsoft is a company that did this digitalization one of most beautifully that I ever have seen. So smooth. You almost didn't hear about Microsoft, but they entered the cloud business. They entered, you know, governmental contracts. They win against Amazon. The company is so well run and so profitable. So all of this company, and you know, it cracked to be one of the most wealthy company on Wall Street, right? I mean, we are talking right now, as of this recording, at a market cap of $1.635 trillion. Okay, this means that this company is more worth, or, you know, almost same worth than Apple. So I think, you know, there is such a beautiful change that Microsoft have done there. One of the first company that went into the cloud businesses and put all the things on the cloud, all the applications, and so many companies followed this model. And I just think that this stock is just like an always buy. In the last 6 months only, we gained 24% only. If you're thinking about other companies that went crazy, I think there's still room for Microsoft to grow much higher. And we are also from the all-time high about, you know, 6 or 7, 8% away. So I think that Microsoft is an always buy, and therefore purchase this stock if you are interested in Microsoft. Yeah, Kodak is a very special stock. Let's have a look. So over the last couple of years, we were pretty flat, right? I mean, there is no development, and Kodak is such a traditional company, the inventor of, you know, mass scaling photography as well as digital photography, but never could make the innovation jump. And unfortunately, those companies then mostly die out. And this is what's happening to Kodak until we had the big news that they can support the government in producing some aid for the health crisis, and therefore we had a rise in the stock price of 600+%, and this was just incredible. And people, I got so many messages out there, and I always said the same, guys, if this crazy uptick in a stock is never sustainable, okay? And this was a matter of days, okay? So this means that you are seeing this kind of crazy uptick from, $2.60 to $33, guys, okay? And obviously this was then followed by a 80+% crash, and currently we are sitting at a market cap of $641 million. I think, these companies are really hard to predict because, first of all, do they have the manpower necessary to innovate after that, right? And I don't think that even though they will get the credit and this will help the company to not die out actually, and this is I think the thinking from the government to save some jobs here as well, but it's just not enough, guys. You need a product, you need long-term growth, you need long-term innovation, you need always question yourself what the customer outside want to have, how I can save him money, time, and maybe also just predict the future at some point, because if you don't know what the future is, just invent it. This is how Steve Jobs and other innovative inventors and companies have done it. Tesla, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, right? So I think this is a very interesting story that you should not touch. So no buy, but goodbye. Another company that is quite old but trying to, reinvent itself is Penn Gaming, a player in the casino online betting business. And I think that this company did something very, very smart. It acquired 36% of Barstool. Okay, Barstool went, quite very viral after the founder and, I think CEO, Dave Portnoy, he just went crazy on social media, okay? He is normally into the overall business of sport betting because sport betting went down or was closed for a while. He just went into day trading, and all of this the crazy move just gave him even exposure to the President of America. He had an interview with Donald Trump. So I think, he is a very, very good marketeer, okay? And I heard a podcast with him on Logan Paul's Impulsive, and what he said and how they cracked the code of social media is very, very strong, guys. Very, very strong. And with this guy in the top of the marketing strategy of Penn Gaming, I think that the stock can go very, very high, even though we have an obviously very high increase already since April of 300%, guys, okay? So the stock is currently trading somewhere at 62, still a little bit off of the highs, about 15-16%, but I think there's much more room to grow. Little bit different tactic that usually at long term I think it's a crazy idea what they have done, and I think they done something great. And I think in general, if you are working with social media, guys, I think this is one of the best things that you can do, because this reminds me a little bit of the companies just decades ago when they got the best actors available, like even the ex-president Rogan, who was a fantastic actor and was just this advertising idol. And I just think that this is an amazing strategy. So I hope you like this episode. Make sure to subscribe, check out the membership here on this channel as well, and I see you tomorrow.